was amazing, sir. There is this personal connect over here, be it with you. I took whatever you said and I applied it religiously, and it worked so well. So the journey has been wonderful, and I think being over here at NPLC kind of transforms you as a person because I'm significantly more aware as a person than I was 1 year ago.
Hi Gurika,
Hi, sir.
congratulations, All India Rank 30, A-Late 2025. मतलब, possibly a stupid question, but how does it feel?
It feels amazing, sir. It feels like a dream come true. It took 2 days for the feeling to sink in that I'm actually going to Delhi after all this hard work. My name is Guhika Joshi. I am a student of grade 12 at Brahmdat Dubas Public School. I was here at NPLC for 1 year and I prepared for CLAT and A-Let. I am also the head girl at BDBBPS and I have commerce with maths. It was last year, sir. I was exploring all my options and I thought of two different career paths. One was law and one was economics honors. So I spoke to one of my seniors who is already at NLED and she was at NPLC also. And I talked to her and I explored a little bit on the internet and I realized that law would be something I would enjoy. And because I enjoy communicating and I'm good with the language, I might also be good at it. So I talked to her and then I realized that this is something I want to do, so I should give it a sincere shot.
So, and when was this?
This was December last year.
So you basically gave a year to your
1 year.
preparation. Okay, great. So now it is all done, right? Great. And what was your score in A-Lit?
A-Lit was 121.5.
121.50. And subjects you had, pardon, come again?
I have accountancy, business studies, economics, mathematics, English, and I have an additional subject, legal studies.
Okay, great.
I just followed the targets which we get from the center blindly, sir. Whatever we were asked to do, I made sure that I give my 100% to it, and I did that well. I honestly had more hopes from CLAT because there's a lot more scope, and we know that there are only 47 seats for NLU Delhi, but
In the general category, and you are in general, so yeah, understood.
So I just did whatever. If we had Celox on target, I did them really well. So I got very good at them. My speed increased, my accuracy increased. So I did not think about I'm doing this for CLAT or I'm doing this for A-Lit. I just thought this is what I have to do and I have to do this well.
Okay, so you just followed what target center gave, nothing else.
Nothing else.
I think this is a very smart strategy. Sometimes, internet is so much flooded with content, right? That you get confused कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. So just follow whatever place you are, just follow the instructions of that institute or your mentor. It generally works, right? Okay, great.
General knowledge.
It's like anybody else. So how did you manage that?
All through the year, what I did was I read a lot because I realized that even if I memorize the dates or the years or anything, I tend to forget it after a few days. So I made sure that I knew what the news was about. I knew the concept and the key people involved, the key events of the news, so that I could answer those questions at least. And the other parts, the names of maybe the place or the year, those I focused on more in the last 2 months. I committed them to memory by reading them again and again and again. But all through the year, my aim was all the sources, I did them religiously and I read through them properly again and again.
Okay. So that's how you tackled GK, but it was a difficult thing to crack. So because see, GK में ना उनका कोई syllabus नहीं होता है, right? So technically, तुम X पढ़ोगी वो X+1 पूछेगा, X+1 करके जाओगी वो X+2 कर देगा. So there is always a scope. But I think if you have got a rank 30 in A-Lit, you must have done very well at GK in the paper as well, right? So sometimes, you felt that your GK is not very good because possibly your batchmates were better at that.
They were
when I see you, separately, I think you had a wonderful at GK as well. But it's just that your batchmates were like this. They were.
It was like you ask them anything under the sun and they have an answer.
So that basically makes you feel that I'm not as good. And anyways, this exam is a relative race. Remember last time, 106.50 was the cutoff, or maybe 105.50. This year it's 120 plus. What's your score in ELIT?
121.5.
So last year 121.5 pe to you would have super topped the exam, right? So this is how it works, right? It's never about how exactly have you done. It is also about how others have done it, right? So that was okay, great, I understood.
The first thing is, two things matter over there. One is your reading speed. You should actually be able to give a good attempt to all of those questions. And the second thing is your accuracy. For accuracy, I think reading the theory from M.K. Pandey and practicing a lot of questions. Again, that different sources which we did to practice, that all helped. Even when you do mocks and then you go to the mock analysis and you read the different reasoning and you learn how to think, you learn how to eliminate options based on this is a word which is too far-fetched, this is not in line with what the author is thinking, like that. And the second thing is being able to read that fast and not zoning out in the middle of the paper, because ELIT is a very lengthy paper. Even when I was attempting the actual paper, I skipped a few of those questions because I realized I was taking too long on those. So I moved to the puzzles and the coding decoding bit, and I finished the paper from there. And those 8 questions which I had left, I did them at the last, and that worked for me because I had good accuracy in those and I could attempt all of them well.
And Gohika, like, what were your number of attempts in the ELIT paper?
144.
144. So you just left 6 questions.
6 questions.
And which questions were they which you
All
left?
6 in GK.
All 6 in GK. So 6 questions which you left. So basically you knew nothing about those questions.
They were static GK questions,
Okay.
and they were about oncology and some mathematics.
So basically you were clueless about those questions.
I did not.
So you thought of leaving.
I did not, like, when I looked at the options, nothing clicked. So I thought I would not take
So
that
yeah,
risk, and I left those.
So 144 is a good. Rest everything you did.
Yes,
Doesn't
everything
matter
I did.
English mein, if you're not sure, you're sure.
So there were a few questions for which I wrote, like you suggested, sir, provisional answers. I
Yeah.
wrote them, and then I read the passage again because I had 5-7 minutes at the end, and I had left like 3 questions. I had marked provisional answers for those. So I read through the passage again, and most of the provisional answers matched with what I thought again after reading the passage again. One odd question I changed, and then that turned out to be correct. So that worked for me. But other than that, I just thought about what feels the most accurate to me, and I marked that. I was pleasantly surprised when I looked at the paper because one, there was nothing which seemed very different from what we had practiced. So that was an instant confidence boost when I looked at it. The second thing I noticed was it was a lot more English focused than the mocks we gave, because we had more of puzzles, caselets, everything, which they did not give this time. And that was, I felt like I could use that to my advantage because I enjoy English and I enjoy reading, and I felt like I could do very well at that. So it was a pleasant surprise. There was nothing which I felt that it was unexpected or anything like that. I was very happy with, because we were prepared for shocks, because ELIT has a tendency to do that. But when I looked at the sections and the different sections, and everything seemed nice. So I was happy with the paper and I started attempting it.
So but it didn't trouble you कि अगर ये easy paper आ गया तो सबके लिए easy हो गया, easy paper is easy for all. So did that turn you off or something? Or were you comfortable? मेरा अच्छा जा रहा है, बाकी बेकार जा रहा है.
I did not think much about that till after the paper. I did not reflect on whether or not it is easy, because once you start attempting it, even if one section is easy, the next section could be very hard. So I just looked at one question at a time, one passage at a time. I attempted the whole thing, and later on I felt like, yes, it was an easy paper, the cutoffs are going to be high. And then when the answer key came out, and it was a whole hassle decoding the answer key, matching your paper, and I realized that I had a good score, but I also realized that a lot of the people had a good score. So I knew that the cutoffs would be very high. I did not know they would be this high, but I knew it would be high because when it's an easy paper, the competition is obviously a lot more.
How many mocks did you write?
Over 100 easily.
Over 100 mocks?
Yes, sir.
And how many ELIT mocks did you write?
I'm not sure, sir. How we have one every week, and I wrote all of them.
That was like 40 or 60 clat, or maybe 40.
I did not miss many mocks.
Okay.
Very few mocks.
Okay, maybe more than in that case.
It wasn't always like that, because it was a lot more intense, both because we had bi-weekly targets towards the last 2 months, and the intensity was very high. We were doing a lot more mocks than we used to. Through the year, I used to be on social media. I used to go out. I used to talk to my friends. But during the last 1 month, I did not do anything of that sort. I was at home. I was studying. I used to take good breaks, but that was all. I went off social media completely. And that was my single focus at that time, that I have to give my best to whatever content we are getting. I have to consume it fully. I have to absorb everything which I'm getting from everywhere, and I have to practice. So that was the plan. It helps tremendously, sir, because you learn how to think differently when you hear how other people think. Because when you approach a mock, you know how you think, and you think on similar lines when you're reading a passage. But when you hear about how someone else approached that mock, and when we have mock analysis, we get into the absolute nitty-gritties of the passage. We dissect every line, every sentence. So that really helps, because you keep certain things in mind. Like I told you, sir, about that assumptions test.
Yeah.
That if you negate an assumption, does the statement still stand? I took that from a mock analysis, and that stayed with me for so long, and it helped me at so many places. So things like that, little things which mock analysis aren't just about arguing, they're about listening to other people and imbibing what they have in you. So they help a lot.
Okay, because the way we conduct a mock analysis, that's what I say, mock analysis always has to be done in smaller groups. You cannot have say if somebody comes and explains the mock, it will never help you until and unless you actually argue somebody's mind out.
It was amazing, sir. There is this personal connect over here, be it with you. I took whatever you said and I applied it religiously, and it worked so well. And even the other people over here, my batchmates, there is such a healthy sense of competition. If you ask them for help, I know they will help you. And there is this healthy sense of competition that if someone topped this time, someone will say, I will top next time. So it's very healthy, it's warm and it's affectionate, and it really makes a good atmosphere for learning.
Yes, intense competition, but you guys were very good friends. Now, my Guhika, one more question I will ask before we wind up. Just assume the success hasn't happened, you would not have qualified or something. Still, would you be of the same perspective that this is how it worked and like you worked so hard, or your thought process would change? Or do you think the journey has benefited you a lot? Forget about the success for some time and then tell us.
So the journey has been wonderful, and I think being over here at NPLC kind of transforms you as a person, because I'm significantly more aware as a person than I was 1 year ago. And even when you give mocks, or when you write DPPs, or when you read the newspaper, you get a lot of opinions and a lot of facts, and you learn a lot about different topics, different people. So that really helps you evolve as a person. So whether or not you make it, whether or not you actually clear the exam, this is something which will help you always. Be it law school, be it any other course, be it life, it will definitely help you, whether or not the result is as you expect it to be.
I have not met many people who are as sincere you are. So always maintain this sincerity. That will always help you. Law school maybe it will help you, and it will help you even aage bhi. So always maintain that. And second, you have tremendously worked hard. We have seen it. We all are a witness to it, right? It's not about. That's why. इसलिए I asked you, right? अगर नहीं होता success तो क्या feel हो? जितना कोई भी anyone, they can just work hard, right? बाकी होना नहीं होना, this all in his hand. But what I have seen you that you have worked very very hard, and this is a success which is very well deserved, right? नहीं होता तो मुझे अफसोस जरूर होता, लेकिन जो होता है वो everything happens for good. But many congratulations, Guhika. I think you have done a fabulous job. All the hard work got paid off, and now you are a role model for your juniors, right? So of course तुम लोग सबको गाइड करते ही रहोगे, you all, because it's a relationship which is made for life. Everybody is there. So good luck, Guhika. Of course off camera के off तो will always be there, but on पे just winding it up, right? God bless you. Bye bye.